And welcome everyone to another Reality Skewed Gamers video. I am Finity and we are live streaming Magic the Gathering. Now if you haven't been on our Discord, there's a link in the YouTube description below. But one of the games we're trying to get more into and trying to figure out what the best way to stream is Magic the Gathering. And it's a really fun game. I used to play a lot more a few years ago, and now I'm starting to pick it up again. And so what I wanted to do today is to just do some pack openings. We can have some fun talking to chat. I am monitoring chat, so if you guys have any questions or anything, just feel free to post in there. Just to have some fun this afternoon on a Thursday. I am not familiar with Core Set 2019, so that is the new set that is out. I haven't done anything with it yet. And so what we plan on doing today is just opening up these packs. And what I have set up is on the right here, there's kind of an idea of what the cards are. And so hopefully you can kind of see the cards a little bit better as we go through it. Yeah, Camille Bohalski is the same thing. I used to play a long time ago and we're starting to pick it up again. And we're going to try and figure out what the best way to kind of stream it for you guys is. If you're not following us on Twitter, Loki's been doing some tournaments and all kinds of things and posting pictures there. And eventually I think we're going to be doing some legacy tournaments, maybe over web conferencing, kind of like what we're going to be trying to do, where I'll be able to play a deck against Loki and we'll bring in some other people. So we're just trying to have some fun with Magic the Gathering, and today we'll just do some pack openings. So what I have here kind of showing you is we will open 6 packs, and that's how many typically that you'll need in order to do a sealed deck tournament, which essentially you open 6 packs and then you make a deck out of it and add your own lands, and then you move forward. I did this with Ranger when I was visiting him a couple weeks ago. So if you watched the live stream that Ranger and I did, we did a sealed deck tournament. Well, tournament meaning we just played the best out of 3, and we both opened 6 packs. We made a set. Ranger beat me 2-1 with him winning the first 2, so the extra 1 was just kind of convenience. So Ranger won that one. And so what I'm going to do is just open the packs here, and it's just to get familiar with Core Set 2019. Also, just of note, if you look in the YouTube description, we also have a link to the GoFundMe. So if you're not sure why we have the GoFundMe, every year we're trying to do some kind of charity event in order to raise money for a worthy charity. And last year, or I should say this year in June, we did it for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And doing those things does take a while in terms of planning. And so currently we are planning one for April of 2019. It is going to be in Orlando. It is part of the Run Disney event where you can run for different charities. We're finalizing which charity we're going to be running for right now. We've been in talks with them, and hopefully next week we'll be able to kind of reveal that to you guys. But we do need to travel to Orlando, so we do need the help of the community as much as you guys can. We have a GoFundMe set up, and so if you can donate, that would be great. And if you're playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, which is the main game that we live stream and talk about, if you donate $25, just let me know and I will help you remod 5 characters of your choice. And as people have been doing the math, for $800 I will remod your entire roster. And I will do it too. We might have to do it in increments, of course, because it takes a while. I think I've done remodding for about 5 people in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and it's taken about 2 hours for 5 characters. So it'll go a little bit quicker after that. It's just the initial one, but let's get back to the game at hand. You'll see my Lucky Porg here. Hopefully he helps me get some of the good cards in here. So before we started, I kind of looked at which are the cards that are currently worth the most right now. And I typically look for the double-digit cost ones. There's 3 in particular. There's the Nicol Bolas, the Ravager. And so let me go ahead and search for that here. And so that way we can look at the card together. So we have Nicol Bolas, the Ravager. Let's see, where is that? That. Okay, so this is one of them. So Nicol Bolas, the Ravager. So it's a legendary dragon, blue, black, red. Converted mana cost 4. Yeah, so this is all part of the Core Set 2019, which is the one that we are doing. And so let me lock this in place so I don't accidentally keep moving it around. So yeah, so that's the first one. The next one is the Crucible of World. So we'll do Crucible. Okay, so we have the Crucible of Worlds. So this is the next one. So you may play land cards from your graveyard. So that's a pretty interesting one. It's a 3-cost artifact. And then the last one of interest is going to be Sarkhan. And we'll take a look at Sarkhan here. And so it is Sarkhan Fireblood. That's the one we are looking for. And there he is. So we have Sarkhan Fireblood. And he's a Planeswalker with +1. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. +1. Also, add 2 mana in any combination of color. Spend this mana only to cast dragon spells. Alright, and then we have the lose 7, create 4 5/5 dragon creature tokens with flying. So that's pretty nasty there. Alright. And so that's a 3 converted mana cost. Damn. I can see why that's a really good card. Alright. So what we have here then are 6 packs. Again, I have the 5 different artworks. I have 1 duplicated one, but the other 5 are all kind of the individual artworks. So you can kind of see the cool pack. I love all aspects of Magic the Gathering, to be honest. They do really good graphic design and all the stuff with the cards as well. So I'm going to go ahead and stack these for now, and then we'll open one by one these packs. And so I'll put them under my Porg for good luck. Okay, so we'll open the first pack here. And so this is kind of a new setup I have with my cameras and all of that. We're trying to see what the best way to kind of schedule, not only schedule the time for the streams and whatnot, but also how we have to position it and what we can do for the actual stream in order to make it viewable. So if everything looks good to you guys, let me know. We're looking to make sure that you guys can see everything on the screen as we are doing it, as well as kind of just being able to see the cards and all that when we open it. And so I'm going to go ahead and show the cards kind of as we go through it. So I'm going through the commons right now, and you guys can see the commons. I'll stop once I start getting into the uncommons. We'll look a little more at those. And so we have all these commons, and the way you identify it, if you're not sure, is the little color there with regards to the logo. And so you'll see that it's like black, and so black means that it's common. So I'll keep those here, and then you'll see like this one starts to go silver, and so when it goes silver, that means we're starting to get into the uncommons. And so when I'm looking at the uncommons, the first one is a dragon egg. Then we have Switcheroo, so exchange control of 2 target creatures. It's pretty neat. We have the Draconic Disciple. And then we have our first gold, which is the rare card. And the rare one is a Cleansing Nova. And so Cleansing Nova, choose 1, destroy all creatures, or destroy all artifacts and enchantments. I'm pretty sure this is a reprint, because I'm pretty sure that this card was in other sets, and we can check. I'm pretty sure that this card was in other sets, because I remember having it in a draft tournament a while ago. It was actually the card that I was always trying to draw to, because it basically cleared things out and I was holding things in my hand. So if we go to Cleansing Nova, let's see if this is... Where does it say if it was in other sets? Because I feel like this was in another set. Or maybe it's another Nova of another kind. Maybe not. Let's see. Sets. No, this is just what it's legal in. Okay. Well, maybe it wasn't. I remember something very similar to this, though. So that was my rare card. Cleansing Nova seems pretty good. I like it for draft purposes. Again, it reminds me of a card that I used to... that I remember winning a tournament with, actually, where I got a cool Magic the Gathering backpack, actually. So I got a backpack for Magic the Gathering winning a draft tournament. And draft tournaments was typically what I used to play. And so set creations I used to do for fun with friends and all of that, but draft used to be my main thing. And so, actually, let me put these cards back into the pack, because I opened the pack in such a manner that I can put them back in. So we're going back into the pack. Keeping Cleansing Nova on the top. Okay, so this is my kind of completed pile here. And I'm checking just to see how Cleansing Nova does in the overall price of cards and everything. And I don't think it's a very high priced card, I don't think, as it's fairly common. Yeah, it's about $1.60 right now in terms of market price. Not huge. Pretty decent for a rare. It's pretty much average for a rare right now. Most of them are kind of around that range if they're not super useful. So that's the first one. We will now go move Mr. Porg. Come on, Porg, give me luck. Put the Porg back and tap his head. And we are opening our second pack now. There we go. Alright, so we are now one pack in. And we have not gotten one of those three cards that we're looking for. We have not gotten the Nicol Bolas, we didn't get the Crucible of World, and we haven't gotten Sarkhan Fireblood. So, let me go return this back here to, again, we're doing Core 2019. That's the set we're doing, so I'm just bringing up that onto the search, just so you guys can see at least some of the cards. Okay, so now we have another set here. So putting the pack aside, and we are going through the commons again. And honestly, I don't know if people still use Ponza decks. Loki's been a lot more into it, Camille Buhalski, and so he would probably be the one to know. My decks were Reanimator deck and a completely illegal squirrel deck. So I couldn't use my squirrel deck in Legacy anyways. I'd have to use my Reanimator. Okay, so these are my commons. And now we get into the uncommons. So we have double cast. So whenever you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that. You may choose new targets for that. So that's actually pretty cool for a red deck. We have the Dirgegraph Ghoul. So Dirgegraph Ghoul enters the battlefield tapped. Okay, but it's a 1-cost 2/2, so that's still pretty nice. Then we have Aerial Engineer. As long as you control an artifact, Aerial Engineer has +2/+0 and has flying, so not bad either. Now we reach the rare Remorseful Cleric. So it's a 2-mana cost flying cleric. Interesting. Sacrifice Remorseful Cleric. Exile all cards from target player's graveyard. Oh, well, this would stop a Reanimator pretty quickly now, wouldn't it? Alright. So this is the... And then, also, I didn't show it last time, but at the back, they always put a token card. And so this is a dragon token. I think the last one I got a Sparrowling token or something like that. It was green. I forgot to look at it. So, this was my next one. I'm going to put the... Let me put the rare back on top. And then I'll show you guys something cool as well. But so that's the rare card.
Pokemon!
It's not Pokemon, it's Magic the Gathering.
Pokemon, collect them all. Ranger kicks Finn's ass again with random decks.
Which is true. I told him, you beat me in the, when I was over there, you beat me in the seal deck. We played a best of 3. You won 2-1, but actually it was 2-0 because you won the first 2. We just played the third game, so.
What did Loki say when you told him that? He's like, "That's my boy."
I'm sure he was excited. I don't actually know. I didn't tell Loki specifically. But I mean, the best part about Seal Deck is that you don't need like old cards or anything. You just kind of play with what you get. There's a little bit of luck involved, and obviously you need to know how to play the cards. So it's always pretty interesting. Plus, you got me an expensive card, so I'm not going to complain. You opened the Teferi.
Yeah, how much did you get for that card?
I haven't got it yet, but that one is worth like $40.
Hey.
So I'm planning on selling it and buying more Magic cards because I'm doing more of like seal decks and that kind of stuff, and it doesn't fit my Reanimator, which is the one I'm trying to work on. So All right. So we have the next pack. We'll again start out with the commons. And so we have Hostile Minotaur. We have Knight's Pledge. Anticipate. I'm reading these backwards just so you know. It's like in the opposite direction from where I'm facing. So I'm actually reading these a little backwards. Onaki Ogre. We have Macabre Waltz. Elvish Rejuvenator. I think this was actually part of one of the Legacy Elf decks. I have to double check because I was going to make another one too. Totally Lost. And Centaur Courser. And then we have Crash Through. And then we have Aven Wing Magic. And now we get into the uncommons. Alright, so that's the first one. It's the first set of the commons that are available. And now we are going to go to the uncommons. So we have Diamond Mare. So as Diamond Mare enters the battlefield, choose a color. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen color, you gain 1 life. Ooh, that's pretty nifty. Alright, so that's the first one. Then we got another Dragon Egg. So that's our second Dragon Egg. Then we have Sift. Draw 3 cards, then discard a card. This is actually pretty neat too. And then we have Cadis the Strategist. So it's another legendary dragon. It's a green, white, blue 4 mana cost. And let me bring that up actually on the screen here so everyone can see it. So it's Cadis.
We should just recreate my black blue deck. It was amazing.
This is a different set though. Did I spell it wrong? Cadis.
Yeah, what was the set that we were using? What's the difference between that set and
that
this
was
set?
Dominaria, so that was one of the it was the set before this one. So now this is the newest set that's out.
Oh.
Okay, so there we go. There's Cadis the Strategist. So whenever a creature with Defender enters the battlefield under your control, you draw a card. Each creature you control with Defender assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power and can attack as though it didn't have Defender. And Defender, if I remember correctly, means that it's a block-only character. They usually have higher...
Like a 0/4 or something like that.
Yeah. They're typically kind of like this character does, with like a higher toughness than power. So it's kind of cool that you can use your toughness in order to attack. Hey, Teals! Alright, so that was my rare for this one. And just taking a look at where that particular card is. Let's see. Cadis is a 350 rare. So not too shabby. The first one was a 150. The Cleansing Nova. What was my last one? I have to double check now. I think Cleansing Nova was my last pack. I don't know if I checked the last one. So this last one was the Remorseful Cleric. So let's see what Remorseful Cleric is. And Remorseful Cleric is...
It's worth over 9,000?
If only.
Are there any cards like that in the new deck that are worth that much? Or is it
not that much. The highest one is about $20. It's a Nicol Bolas. That's what I'm hoping to get. Remorseful Cleric is $1.30. So we have 2 at $1.30, $1.50, and then we got one just now at $3.50. $3.50.
Did you say 350? In the moment I told you, see what happens when you don't give that Loch's monster 350. Well, if I don't give 350, you're going to take out a magic card.
So, we have 3 packs done. We have 3 packs left. Come on, Porg, give me luck.
Yeah, wait a minute. I do see a Porg on the screen. That's probably what's screwing you up, Finn.
No, he's my good luck Porg.
Really? How much luck have you had so far? I would say not.
I made 350. I made 350.
Oh shit, you did make that 350.
Alright, so now we're opening the 4th pack here.
It'd be like you'd be opening Prairie Treasure.
Oh god, no more pirate.
No, right? I am a little pirated out. My voice was killing me after the last couple days.
That's why we can only do it once a week if we're doing
Money really just knows how to... She just pulls it out of you, you know what I'm saying?
Alright, so now we are going back to the next one. So I'll reset this here. Okay, so we have Inspired Charge. We have Dwindle. We have Child of Night. We have Blistering Boar. Thornhide Wolves. Pegasus Courser. Smelt. Druid of the Cowl. Sky Scanner. Sky Scanner. Snapping Drake. Okay, so those are our commons. So we'll put those here. And now we'll look at the uncommons. So we have Ravenous Harpy. So flying and sacrifice another creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on Ravenous Harpy. Ooh. This one could become nasty, actually. Because it doesn't say it's until end of turn. I kind of like the Ravenous Harpy. Maybe I'll make a Squirrel Harpy deck. Then we got Sleep. So tap all creatures target player controls. Those creatures don't untap during that player's next No. That one's also pretty cool.
Oh, that's nice.
That was actually, I think, something similar to one that I had in my Squirrel deck. Then we have Volcanic Dragon. So it's a 6 mana cost flying dragon with haste. Simple 4/4 dragon,
that's
but
really
still
nice.
pretty cool. And then we have Banefire. So sorcery, Banefire deals X damage, X is part of the cost, to any target. If X is 5 or more, this spell can't be countered and the damage can't be prevented. Well then.
Interesting.
That's an elf deck nightmare right there. God damn. You could knock someone out with this. Getting 20 mana on an elf deck doesn't take too long. Like, you can get it in about 6 turns if you have a good deck. How much is I'm gonna suspect Banefire is actually worth a reasonable amount, not super a lot, but no, it's only $1.30. Ooh, I think you can make a pretty interesting deck out of the Banefire. Let me bring up Banefire for everyone to see, because I think it's a pretty cool card actually. There you go, Banefire. So it only has the 1 red that you need, and then you can deal X damage and do quite a bit extra. I like that card. And then it can't be countered if you deal more than 5. Man. Okay. And the fact that it's cheap actually works pretty well, because I might want to get some more of these. And I'll show you some of the cards that I'm getting ready to sell and trade in potentially as well. Some of them are older cards, so.
Man, I seriously need to dust my Magic cards off now.
I know! It's so much fun!
Oh.
Here we go. That, for everyone that didn't know, so we had the voice of Ranger before, and we just got joined by Grim the Mechanic.
Yeah, I got off work early today.
Just in time for a match.
I'm happy. Yeah.
Alright.
So what's the set that you're opening right now?
This is the newest set. It is the core set 2019.
Oh.
Pokemon Collectible.
Alright, so we are back to the commons now in our 5th pack. We have 1 pack left after this one. So, we have Omen Speaker, Lava Axe. I remember Lava Axe. Lava Axe is a classic. Doomed Dissenter, Rock's Oracle, Gearsmith Guardian, and we have the Havoc Devils, Invoke the Divine, Skeleton Archer, Thornhide Wolves again, we had one of those, Pegasus Courser, we got a couple of those, and now we are on to our uncommons. Alright, let's see where the uncommons take us. We have Make a Stand. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until the end of the turn. Ooh, that's nice. I do like
nice
indestructible. Alright, then we have Druid of Horns. So whenever you cast an aura spell that targets Druid of Horns, create a 3/3 green beast creature token. Ooh,
Nice.
piece of candy. Then we got the Reassembling Skeleton. This sounds like this would just work in my Reanimator. So 1 and a black. Return Reassembling Skeleton from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Interesting. So he is a sacrificial piece. And then we have Demon of Catastrophes. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. He's a 4 mana cost, 6/6 flying trample. That's pretty awesome. Alright. I like that card. Let's see how much it's worth. Oh, and let's go to the token, because I skipped in the last one, but this one I got a Knight token. So far I haven't gotten any foils. I haven't gotten any shinies. So, no luck there. But Demon of Catastrophes, ooh, he's low. He's 35 cents. He's 35 cents. That is not a good coin. Alright, so now we have our last one. So let me put the 5th one there. We have our last pack. Pat my porg on the head. Let's hope for some good luck with this one. Hopefully we do get something more than 350. Alright. Alright, so we have our last pack for the day. And let's go through the commons again. So we have another Omen Speaker. Another Lava Axe. I think this other one started exactly the same.
I think that's lava that's made out of axe.
I think it's the other way.
No, I think I'm right.
No, look. It's an axe made of lava.
I'm pretty sure that's lava made out of axe.
Nope. Lies. Then we got Inspired Charge. Then we got Hired Blade. We got Talons of the Wildwood. And it's an enchantment aura. We just saw somebody with an aura before. Sky March, Bloodletter. Ooh, it's a vampire. Then we got Wall of Vines.
Vampire.
This is kind of a classic one too, Wall of Vines. We got Spark Tongue Dragon. So it's a 5 mana cost 3/3 common dragon. Then we got Vampire Neonate. Really? Oh, it's like a baby vampire. Okay, and now we are on to the uncommons and then our final rare. So we have Make a Stand again. So we had this one already once. Nightmare's Thirst. So instant, you gain 1 life. Target creatures get -X/-X until the end of turn, where X is the amount of life you gained this turn. So minimally it's just 1, but if you had other life gain, this one's going to be pretty nasty. Then we have the Dryad Green Seeker. So it's a Dryad. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand.
Nice.
And then lastly, the Thorn Lieutenant. So that is our... ooh! And I got a shiny. Shiny. It's a shiny common, but still. Shiny. Okay. So back to the rare card. We got Thorn Lieutenant. And so it's an elf warrior. Whenever Thorn Lieutenant becomes the target of a spell or an ability an opponent controls, create a 1/1 elf warrior token creature. Ooh. And then Thorn Lieutenant with 6 mana gets +4/+4 until the end of turn. Interesting. So it's a 2 mana cost, 2/3 creature that can start creating more elves. And we got the shiny foil with the Electrify. Hooray! So, how much is the Thorn Lieutenant? And let's bring up the Thorn Lieutenant. So we need to bring up the Thorn Lieutenant here. Where are you, Thorn Lieutenant? He'll be down at the bottom because it is alphabetical. Thorn, oh, but it's separate. Thorn. There he is. She. I think. Thorn Lieutenant.
Oh, there you.
I think it's a she. It's hard to tell.
I think that he is a she, and I think that she's a changeling.
That may very well be what's exactly happening here. Alright. So, the Thorn Lieutenant is How much is the Thorn Lieutenant? How much is the Thorn Lieutenant? Thorn Lieutenant is $1.89. At least not 35 cents. At least it's not 35 cents. All right. So that was my 6-pack opening. And so that
what was the card that I pulled when we were doing it? That was
I'm going to show you guys in a second here. I'm just about to go.
Did I use it in my deck, or was I retarded?
No, you used it in the deck.
Oh, yeah. See?
Hold on. Let me go get the card. I'll be right back. Keep people entertained, Ranger. Give me 2 seconds.
Well, when a mommy deck and a daddy deck love each other very much, they make little baby decks. We wait on bated breath.
I'm here.
As Finn comes back to reveal the card that I had pulled.
Okay, so the first one I'll show is the card that you pulled. And so this one is, and I have to remember the prices, but the one that Ranger pulled is the Teferi Hero of Dominaria. And so this is all part of the Dominaria set. It's the set that was just released before this one. And so and I'll leave that right here. And so the Teferi, let me double check the price of that one. So it is, let me go to Dominaria here. So I have a bunch of different sets actually, so I don't remember where a lot of these are. But that one is, I think, 40 right now.
Yep, I used it too.
Or 20, it's 26 buying, but it's 45 sell. So
there you go.
That's where this one is. And then we have our next one, which is a little bit older. And so this is the Balefire Dragon. So whenever Balefire Dragon deals combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to a creature that player controls as well. So it's a pretty good card. I've used it before, but now it is getting ready to be bye-bye. Because I don't use it as much anymore. So no reason to kind of keep it around. So Balefire Dragon. Let me see if I can bring it up here too. So this is the Teferi. Let me do Teferi first so you guys can see it a little closer, and then I'll show it on the screen. Teferi. Whoops. So starting off with this one, it is Teferi. Yeah, that's the Oath of Teferi. I have that one, but it's this one. Teferi, Oath of Dominaria. So that's the first card. And that's the one Ranger pulled out of the Dominaria set during our draft. And then the next one is the Balefire Dragon. So let me bring up the Balefire Dragon. And the Balefire Dragon. So this is some information on the Balefire Dragon, so you guys can see that. And Balefire Dragon right now is market priced at 15, so it's probably going to be probably a buy around 8 or so.
And is that one you pulled?
No, this is one from, these are before, so these are older cards now. That one is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
A lot of these are older cards. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. There's one other Dominaria. So now I keep on going back and back, right? So this was part of the Innistrad set. So it goes back and back, I think. Yeah. Like I said, I played a while ago, and I picked up a pack every now and then, so it's nice that it's there. Let me see what the actual... see. I don't know if this one actually gives the name appropriately enough. Hold on. I don't think it's the Innistrad set. Hold on. Let me use a different site here, because there are some better ones. That one. Alright, load. Balefire. And it says, oh, it is the Innistrad set. It says it on the site. So that one was correct. So I'll stick with it. There you go. So Innistrad set was that one. I don't even remember collecting that one, honestly. I think I just bought a pack, and I managed to get that. So the next one is an artifact equipment, and it is the Sword of Light and Shadow. And so that is the next one I am looking to unload. So Sword of Light and Shadow. There we go. The one I have is not this set, but it's a different set. Let's see if it lists any of the other ones. It does not. It's saying it's part of the Masterwork series, but it's not that one. So this one is, let's see, Sword of Light and Shadow. So this one is Darksteel. So the one I have is part of the Darksteel set. It's selling for $28 right now, and so it's probably gonna be able to be. I'll probably be able to actually sell it for probably around $20 or so to a store. We'll see what happens there, because I may try and trade them for other cards if I'm trying to create my Reanimator set, or create a better Reanimator deck, I should say. Next one, also from Darksteel, is the Trinisphere. So let's go to the Trinisphere. Whee! And if we go to the Trinisphere, again, it's one that's reprinted, it looks like, on another set, but this one is also Darksteel, the one that I have. And if I look for how much the Trinisphere is, the Trinisphere is also $30, and so I'll probably be able to sell it for about $20. Then we have Chalice of the Void. So hopefully some of you guys recognize these cards. These are older cards for sure. Ones that I had to I went through a lot of my cards and tried to find stuff, just to see what there was that I don't need anymore. And so these ones were all ones that I kind of found as I had sitting. So Chalice of the Void, I'm bringing up the price, and then I'll search it on here so you guys can then see it. So Chalice of the Void. Again, it was reprinted in the Masters one, but the one I have is not part of the Masters. It is part of the Mirrodin set. And this one is actually selling for $51. So that one is probably going to be able to be sold for probably around 30 or so.
Really, that much of a difference?
Yeah, because the company, if you sell it to a store, right, they're going to also then need to sell it at that price. So they buy it for roughly around 60% of the cost. If you trade it, they usually give around like 80. I could try and independently sell. I may, depending if they're not giving me decent prices on it and whatnot, but at this point I'm just trying to unload them.
We'll give you $350 for it.
$350. The next ones are all shinies, actually, and so that's part of the reason why I'm selling them. So this one is from the Dominaria set, and it's actually Demon Lord Belzenlock, and his card necessarily isn't the best one selling wise. I think normally it sells for about like I think less than $1 for the most part, but because it's a foil, it should be worth I think about $3 or $5 or something like that for me to sell. Let me check here. Foil.
Hey, that's the guy you used to kick your ass.
That is him, yeah, but you didn't have the foil version, I don't think. I have a regular one too, and I think that's the one you got. So let me see if I can bring it up here, and then I'll bring it up here as well.
He's nice. I like him. He's big and he hits hard.
Mm-hmm. So we have Belzenlock. There he is. Demon Lord Belzenlock. So that's the card right now that I'm looking at. And I'm trying to see where his foil price is listed. His foil price is listed as $5.19 market, so it's probably going to be like a $4 card for him to sell. The next one is from Onslaught, and it's actually Starstorm. see if we can get it in here. It's a Starstorm, and it's a shiny. And I'll bring that one up too. So let's go to Starstorm. There we go. And the one I have is from Onslaught, like I was mentioning. But you can see it's the same thing. And how much is the Starstorm? And Starstorm, so I'm not doing that one. The one I am looking at is Onslaught. So we'll go there. And then its foil is $6.45, so that's about another $3-4 card. And then last one is from Odyssey, and it is the Terravor. And again, it's a shiny rare. And so this is Terravor. And Terravor is, and let me bring him up on the screen again. Terravor. There we go. So there is Terravor from good old Odyssey. Man, it's been a while since I played. Terravor. And Terravor is, let's open it up. His foil is $8.50, so it's probably going to be about a $6 card.
There you go.
And so these are the ones that I really haven't played with in a while, and I figured, you know what? I don't really need them. So, there you go.
Step 1, collect rare cards. Step 3, make profit.
I am currently in step 2. So, there we go. These are the... For those of you that haven't seen it, these are the back of Magic cards. These are in cases, so it's a little reflecty. But, yeah, I have them in the little protectors because I'm trying to sell them, obviously. And so those are my Magic cards. So, I hope you guys had fun. You were able to see the cards and all of that. I have a weird setup actually right now. If you guys are curious how the setup is, I have my webcam over here. And actually I have my phone over here. And it's actually, I have it connected to a selfie stick that I have kind of propped up against the wall. And so the selfie
He has a
stick
big damn phone, I gotta say. It's a giganticus phone.
Yeah, it's an iPhone, it's an iPhone 8 Plus. Plus, it has a case that has a backup battery. Because Star Wars Galaxy of Hero eats up my battery.
Word?
So, yeah. And because I didn't have any expensive cards, we bring in the Sad Porg. Look at that face. It's a Sad Porg.
He knows he's about to become dinner.
So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll try and do more stuff with Magic the Gathering. This was just kind of an impromptu.
Bet your ass we are.
And so, if you guys enjoyed this, please make sure that you give us a thumbs up and let us know. We're trying to figure out the best way to kind of go about this, whether it's going to be live streams. We might try and do some recorded stuff. If you haven't checked it out, make sure that you are following us on Twitter. Because Loki's posting stuff on our Twitter all the time with pictures and stuff of tournaments he's playing. So you guys can definitely make sure that you check that out and follow that. And yeah, let us know what else you would like to see. If you were able to see the cards a little bit better by having the stuff on the side, we have to do that obviously manually. But if it makes it easier for you to see the cards versus what's on the screen, then we'll definitely do that more often. Whatever, we're obviously still in the process of making this work better, but we hope you guys did enjoy it. And so with that, we also want to make sure that you guys are not only entertained, but if you can also support us. We have the super chat in the chats of our live stream. For part of that, we have our Patreon if you guys would like to support our channel directly. But more importantly for us right now is the charity work that we're trying to do for 2019. We have an event that we're trying to do in April where we would be in Orlando doing a run at Disney for charity, and we have pretty much figured out the charity we're running for. Again, we'll announce that probably next week once we have a few things finalized, and we will be doing a lot to try and raise money for them. And
Dan, we should have a rematch.
We could. You have to get packs.
Well, yeah.
So, so for the charity event, we need to get to Orlando. And so if you look in the description of the YouTube video, there is a link to a GoFundMe page. And we're trying to raise money for our trip to Orlando, just trying to cover the travel expenses. Anything above and beyond that would go directly to the charity. And so we don't expect anything, nothing is expected in pocket, just like what you guys see with our Patreon and all that goes directly back into the stream to make better content. And this is for us to raise more money for the charity. So if you guys are able to, we would really appreciate the support for that. With regards to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, which is again kind of the main game that we stream right now, although we are doing several other games. If you donate $25, I will help you remod 5 characters. And I've done a couple of streams already helping 2 of the people that have donated. And so if you are interested, just donate to the GoFundMe and then just message me on Discord and we'll set up a time for us to do that. Anything else that you would like to add, Grim Ranger?
Drugs are bad, okay?
There you go.
Marijuana, okay?
And there you go. All right. So there you go. I do have more packs that I'll try and open. Maybe next week we'll do another stream to do some more pack openings if you guys enjoyed this.
Sure.
And so with that, again, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Thursday. This is Finity with Ranger and Grim for Reality Skewed Gamers, and we are signing out.